All right, I was born on a sailboat between Belize and Turnip. My dad was bringing in my mom to have me and didn't make it. My father was a lighthouse keeper and my mom was a housewife. And yeah, I joined the army when I was 20, spent 6 years in Europe. Came back home, I came out the army as a chef. And then I started guiding in 1972, 30 miles up Belize River. And like I became a guide, fell in love with permit. And the main reason I fell in love with permit because they were eating my fly and I didn't even know. So I, I decided, no, that can't work. I got to get serious about it and really study these fish. And fish like that until 1988. I met Pearlie, my present wife, and one night we were talking about building a lodge. And she said, okay, we'll give it name Blue Horizon Lodge. So it was named Blue Horizon Lodge 8 years before it was built. We worked together for 8 years after we planned that we wanted to build a lodge. When it comes to the lodges, it's not just guys building a relationship between themselves. To have a good lodge, you have to have everybody. The guide, the cook, the yardman, the engineer, everybody has got to become in one. That's what makes a good lodge. It's not just how much fish you catch or something like that. You have good workers that understand what business they're in. That's what makes a good lodge. And I think we've got that. We've got that. When it comes to organized guides, Blue Horizon is about one of the lodges that we move together. It was important because of try to get them to work and respect the fish. A lot of people, you get guides, they just start guiding, then they go there and they just guide. They don't study the fish, they don't understand that permits are so important to this country and to the people that come and fish for them. That is something you got to take care of. You got to start to try and preserve it, respect how you fish them. And like I say to all guides, you should learn how to respect and take care. If it's bonefish or tarpon or permit, you got to take care of it. So that it's there for you, your kids, and your grandkids, and forever, because of the importance to it. I mean, a permit alive is about worth over $100,000 to this country alive. It has become, I think, the most chased fish by sport fishermen today. I'd say it's about 8 out of every 10 fly fishermen that wants to catch a permit. And like I said, it's because of the challenge. They are a good fighting fish. And they are completely different from any other fish that you will pick up with your hand. A permit, you pick him up, he will not move. He will let you take all the picture you want, you put him back in the water and he's gone. And you don't smell fish. When you hold a permit, because of what he eats, he doesn't smell fishy. But I think that's it's because it's a, like I say, it's a hunting game, and it's a challenge. When you hook one, it's a good fight, and it makes you a better fly fisherman. You've got to get better. The better you get, the more you catch. A permit will teach you how to be patient. Any other fish you can go and fish and it's all right. But over a period of time, you keep fishing for permit, and you will find yourself changing and getting more relaxed. And it become to that way, I could never kill a permit, never. I even went so far as catching a permit with my hand. I think that's because of what I think about permit and how close you can get to them, and respect them. And you enjoy You will try doing your job more better the closer you can get to your prey. Try to make people relax more than they even make a bad mistake. You can go right out and point out, well, it was bad. You got to tell them, all right, it wasn't that bad, and this is what you do wrong, and then you explain to them what they did wrong. Don't be nervous or don't worry about other things because you will make mistakes. Even a guiding for years, you make, sometimes you'll make mistakes. A lot of people I've had fishermen that will say, well, Lincoln, we are saying this because we don't want too much people to get into it because then we might get a break. So they give you a lot of different type of stories. But the guide should be always able to sit down and try to explain it in a nice way. I think we have the second largest barrier reef in the world. Part of Australia barrier reef right now is dying. We can take example of what they did wrong and correct it. I don't think in life in general we pay enough attention to the younger people. A lot of people don't, you have a kid and you look at him, he looks like he's happy, but you can see something is wrong. You should take time to sit down and try to find out what's wrong. And whatsoever way you can help him, help. And I think, sit down and think about it. Oh yeah, I've made a difference in a lot of people's life. Hope I can do a lot more. Yeah. And will do it whatsoever I can until time for me to go. I don't think you can ever do more than your part. I don't think so. I've heard people, I've done enough. They're not enough. You do it until you can't do anymore. After a while, the wife, she got enough of it. And we had tried someone else to say maybe manage it, but it didn't work, so we decided the best thing for us to do is to sell it. When Bill came along, it was the right person. I think we made the right decision when Bill came along, and I look at him and respect him as a man and, treat us pretty well. You'll fish mainly permit until the tide is bad. If there's tarpon around, you'll go fish tarpon for a period of time. And it's where you're going to do nothing less than 8 hours fishing for the day. Some days you'll go to 10 hours. It just depends on how the guide feels, how the fish is, right? Because of the guides and the workers. The workers, they treat the guests the best they can. And the guide, they work as hard as they can to get you a fish, and I think that's what. And the facility is pretty nice. The rooms are nice, good bed, nice beds and everything. But that's it. I think it's the crew. There's other building a relationship between young people. Most of my company is young people. I have old friends, but I love young people. And especially when you can help. You see a kid and you can help him to get from where he is, from down here, up here. It doesn't cost you anything. You may think it costs you, but it doesn't cost you anything. I don't charge anyone to teach them. I'm going to die. I can't take, it's going to go. I can leave as much of it I can leave here, it's better. Especially, like I said, for the young kids. I have a lot of young people who want to do it, and I'll do as much as I can until I stop quit. Until one of them got to take me out there. But most of the people have, teach it for fly fishing. They are still doing it. And what's good about it, they taught their son, guiding right now. I know a few of them that, and that's the good part of it. When you see them pass, they're passing it down. Yeah, a lot of people will tell you, they've been around and they've never seen people work together the way we do and what we're doing.